Two Boeing FA-18 Super Hornets that had arrived yesterday at INS Hansa will undergo a series of drills starting this week. Boeing has made mechanical and software changes on both the aircraft for the demonstration, and the FA-18 will first perform ski jump takeoff without a payload, followed with ski jump takeoff with a payload of 2 dummy Harpoon missiles. Boeing officials have said that the FA-18 will prove to be more potent, as all other naval assets like MH-60 anti-submarine helicopter and P-8 anti-submarine aircraft will be able to talk to each other, thus giving a holistic view of the zone of operations. Officials have said that between the Rafale and FA-18, Indian Navy will select the aircraft that is most compatible with the overall growth plan. Only thing that works in favor of the French Rafale is that it is already operated by the Indian Air Force, and a joint acquisition of 114 Rafale F4 and 26 Rafale M for the Navy will result in a cheaper deal. The Philippine Air Force is looking to expand its fighter fleet and is considering to place orders for 12 fighter jets. Philippine National Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana has said that the F-16 price tag is too expensive, and even the Gripens per unit cost is around $80 million, due to which Philippine Air Force is looking at other options. India's Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has stepped in and has offered the Tejas MK1A, which will likely be followed by a detailed presentation and offer in the coming weeks. The Indian ambassador to Philippines paid a courtesy call on the new Philippines President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., during which the Indian government vowed to work with the Philippines in strengthening the capabilities of the Philippines Armed Forces. The Tejas MK1A will cost around $42 million, which means that Philippines can procure 12 aircraft in half the price quoted by Lockheed Martin and Saab. Philippine Air Force already operates the Korean FA-50, and the commonality of F-404 engine and same Israeli radar between FA-50 and the Tejas MK1A makes it an attractive deal. The Indian Air Force has released a picture of its recent test of the SPYDER air defense system that has 360 degrees engagement capability and can strike multiple targets at the same time. The SPYDER incorporates the 20 km range Python 5 dual waveband imaging infrared missile, the 50 km range iDerby active radar missile, and the 100 km range iDerby extended range missile. The Indo-Israeli joint venture Adani Elbit Advanced Systems India Limited has demonstrated the Thor multi-rotor low-altitude vertical takeoff and landing UAV to the Indian Army at high altitudes, that features real-time HD data link and unique control software, and can perform a wide range of surveillance and reconnaissance missions. India has issued a NOTAM warning for the launch of an experimental flight vehicle for the period between 1st June to 3rd June, and the designated range for the NOTAM is for 330 kilometers, which could be the first test of Rudram-2 anti-radiation missile that has a range of 300 kilometers, that can be used for destroying heavy fortified military installations and facilities from along standoff ranges. The Indian Air Force has issued a tender for the supply of 100 units of LA-100 flying helmets for the Mirage 2000 and Tejas light combat aircraft. The LA-100 lightweight helmet has a dual visor with high optical quality for UV and infrared protection, and provides a high level of passive noise reduction. The director of Veda project in the DRDO has confirmed that it will be India's first defense satellite launch vehicle. The project Veda might be India's attempt to separate civilian agencies like ISRO from Indian defense programs that can launch defense satellites on short notice, in case of sabotage of present in orbit satellites by enemies' anti-satellite weapons. The chief of the Eastern Air Command flew a sortie in a Rafale fighter jet at the Hasimara airbase, which is the second squadron of Rafale aircraft, that focuses on the operational preparedness along the eastern sector, and the air power from this base can be projected over some major Chinese airfields in the Tibet Autonomous Region.